Howdy, Jenny again from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and it's still Sunday the 26th of February 2023, and this would be part 2 of my how to manifest dreams, good dreams. Now I want to get into, in my previous video I discussed basics. This one I want to discuss through my experience that dreams may not just be visions inside your head when you're asleep. My personal opinion, due to my experiences, are that I have definitely astral traveled, I have time traveled, I have traveled to other dimensions, as well as being in an experience, we'll call it dream, not for a better word, where I can know what's happening and do little changes. Some people would know this as lucid dreaming. So there are many types of dreams that you can have. And again, I'll reiterate, like I did in my last video, yes, everybody dreams. Some just don't remember it. Some don't have the capacity to understand, or they may have disorders that don't allow them to realize what they're experiencing, beg your pardon, are dreams. But to get back to an example of mine, I was time traveling. I went back to 1955, and then within the same evening of sleep, I went to 1975. Now I don't care how old people know I am. I was born in 1966, so you can work that out. So therefore, I was going to, before I was born in this physical body on this planet, and then I was going back to when I was around 8 or 9. Now, the people that I saw at both of these different scenarios, years, were people that I knew. In 1975. I know them in the 21st century, but I did not know them in the 20th century. Again, some extra maths for you. It's not hard. So I had to decipher when I woke up what on earth had happened. And when I wake up every morning, if I remember something that's of interest, I immediately write it down. When I initially just open my eyes, I still try and keep thinking about it for as long as possible, depending on how you wake up. If you're woken up with a sudden wake up with an alarm, or a beloved pet that jumps on the bed, or your partner, or whatever, or if you're on your own, or if you're a student and you live on your own, and you might just be the alarm. However you're woken up, if you can possibly, and it's not always easy, try to stick with the memory and the thoughts of what you had just encountered. Allows you to remember it just that little bit longer, to be able to get up, get that pen, paper, type it, however you want to write it down and record it. However you want to record it these days. I literally I have my phone next to the bed. I get up with my phone. I then just type myself, I literally type an email to myself and then save it down into a specific folder, so I can go back and I have the exact date and time of when I recorded the dream from that night before, or when I woke up that morning. Then there's no discrepancies when you're writing down on a piece of paper, you forget to write the date, things like that. Just for your own reference, because you can look back over them years later and some of them will make sense to what had transpired in your life at that time. It's quite interesting. That'll be another video. So basically, I would sum up that I time traveled, because if I physically landed in 1955, looked around, everybody's dressed like in 1955, as you would see in magazines and movies, and being somebody of my age, and that is prior to me being born in this suit this lifetime, I knew it was before I was physically alive in this suit. And it was very interesting because I remember there was a scenario where I don't know how I got there. It didn't hurt. I didn't feel any travel. There was no tunnels. There was no lights. I just literally blinked and I was standing in like a large grass area. For example, it may have been a university grassed area where the uni students would come out, sit down on the tables and chairs and have a break, have their lunch, meet and chat. You know, I could see them under the big trees, sitting in the shade with their study groups, things like that. I wandered around, thought it was, I didn't feel any fear whatsoever. I didn't need to feel fear. I was just walking around with people and I realized I was not in my era. And it wasn't necessarily a lucid dream, but it had a tinge of it, meaning I did know I was in a different time zone. It didn't faze me. I looked up to the top of the stairs of the building where there was like a little landing and somebody was standing on top of the stairs, and I recognized them. I waved to them. They came down the stairs and they came up to me, but they didn't speak to me because in a blink of an eye, I was now in 1975. So I was clearly just having a bit of fun traveling. That's all I can take it down to. I was literally having some fun. Actually, let's just end it there for now. Please tell me if you've ever realized you've done any time traveling. Chat soon. Ciao.